Hello, welcome to Midnight Messages. My name is Stacy, and I am going to be doing a collective tarot reading. Let's find out what's going on with the general collective. What is going on with the general collective so far in 2025? What do we got going on? I don't know. I'm thinking of doing astrology readings again, but that took a lot of my time. What's going on with the general collective? There is a big decision on your horizon, like a massive level decision. All right. This is gonna end up being kind of like a yin-yang reading, or masculine and feminine polarity sides. And your masculine side wants to take action, but is very, very angry about something. And your feminine side is feeling kind of sluggish, slow, not moving very quickly, kind of taking your time, making decisions. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Yeah, you've got, what is it? You've got decision paralysis. You cannot make a decision because your decision is based on love. And right now, you're kind of coming to a point where, yes, you feel love. Yes, you know love. Yes, love is there. But you're more on a journey of self-love, self-discovery, self-awareness. That kind of love. You're not here playing a fool's game and running fool's errands. You're kind of integrating with yourself and learning where you stand in this world, how to quiet your mind and look towards the things that you have and be grateful for them. Also, my dear, let's take a look. In your decisions, you're also finding a strength that you've never known you even had. You didn't even know it existed until your only option was to be strong. Which I completely understand. You're also kind of like going with the flow when it comes to love and love-related things, where you're also seeing all of the possibilities that are around you and that are coming into your life. You're kind of just like, yeah, what happens, happens. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. What's gonna happen will happen, and as long as I live my life from a place of love and make decisions from a place of love and stand in the strength of my unconditional love, then good things are going to come to me. And for a while, your feminine side was silent, kind of cold. You're cold. And then you got a little wishy-washy. shall we say. And then you start moving slowly and deliberately to bring yourself together as a whole person. Like, because, listen, masculine and feminine are just energies. These are just energies that we embody. These are not necessarily male, female. It's not necessarily what that means. It just means an energy, like a masculine, active, reaching outward energy, and a feminine, receptive, more leaning into the self energy. And both can be combined through a state of unconditional love for the self. You can integrate your masculine and feminine by coming to a state of complete unconditional love for yourself. And it looks like that's where you're heading, towards integration, towards being loving towards who you are, loving where you are in your life, and knowing that this is where you're meant to be right now. Like, you were meant to be here right now because you're meant to spread love on this planet. There are so many people out there that are filled with hate, that are filled with rage right now. There are so many people out there that are filled with despair and feeling like this is a dystopian society or a dystopian world. But you're not. You have a deep understanding of yourself and a deep commitment to healing yourself and those around you. You have a deep commitment to earthbound healing. Like, you have a deep commitment to healing this planet and the people on it. And you can't hide it. You can't fight it. You have to integrate both sides of who you are in order to fulfill your commitment to healing. You cannot heal one-sided. You can't heal just your feminine side because you happen to be a female. That's not going to work. You're not going to achieve what you want to achieve because you're not integrating your whole self. You can't just get by on doing half the work anymore. You can't just skate on by through life doing halfsies. Life ain't gonna let you do it anymore. But here's the thing, you integrate wholly in who you are and your success is inevitable. It's coming. No matter what you do, you will be successful. But you have to integrate both sides. Because listen, one half of you wants to slow down and rest, and the other half of you wants to take immediate action and be in the spotlight. You can do both. You can slow down and rest and still be in the spotlight. You can, and it's highly possible to do both. You don't have to constantly slow down. You don't have to constantly be in tune with your emotions. Sometimes emotions happen. Sometimes in the heat of the moment we say or do things that we cannot take back. And that's life. We are human. It is part of the human experience to have emotions, to feel emotions, to process these emotions, and to act on the emotions. That is what human life on planet Earth is really boiled down to. Live your life from a state of unconditional love with your heart open. And if you do that, your emotions will be processed. You can then assimilate other people's emotions. You can integrate them. You can take them and give back joy, peace, happiness, love, and contentment, even bliss. You can take people's negative emotions, like listen to them talk, take their emotions and make them feel 1,000 times better just for sitting and having a conversation with them. Trust me. Healing isn't always a therapist's job or a doctor's job or, a guru spiritualist's job. Healing can be the job of your sister. Your sister can help you heal. Your brother can help you heal. Your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, even your children can help you heal. They can be the catalyst that helps you break generational cycles of trauma and heartache and pain. And when these people essentially come into your life, their goal, their job is 100% to help you heal. Their job, all right, when they come into your life, and you'll know, because you'll know these people, you'll be able to tell, you can feel their shine. When they come into your life, their job is to help you heal and to help you find you. Oh, again? Okay. All right. So there could be a third party involved in your external life. It's probably like your boss or something like that. It's like your boss or your mom or your dad or your children are involved in a decision that you have to make, and it's a big one. It's a big decision. And all I'm going to say is stay rooted in that unconditional love that you have for yourself. Stay grounded in it. Stay focused on it. Stay in it. Because should you slip out of the unconditional love that you have for yourself and those around you, you will be brought backwards. You will be brought backwards to a state of being that we all know, because we work so hard to integrate it, to heal it, to bond with it, to grow and develop as a person. And we've worked so hard to do this. You know, once you're presented with the opportunity that is a gift from the heavens, it's magic. It's like the witch doctor came and gave you the world. All right. It is magical. You are living in alignment with yourself, your higher self. And that means that you've integrated both your masculine and your feminine together. And to do that, you had an ego death. You're probably currently in a spiritual awakening right now. And you're watching tarot readings because you're looking for answers. And listen, I've done it before. I was, about 4 or 5 years back, I was so deep in my dark night of the soul that I had subscribed to like 100 different tarot channels. And I kept watching them, and then I realized that I wanted to do that. But here's the thing. I've been doing tarot since I was 13 years old. I started doing tarot when I was 13 years old on my 13th birthday. I'm about to be 45 come March. So it's been a long, long road, over 30 years, that I've been doing tarot. And I can tell you from this spread, you are going to know success. But the success that you're going to know, you've worked hard for. You have worked so hard for this opportunity, for these opportunities, for these like lifelines that are coming into your life right now. And the choices that you're going to have to make, you need to make from a place, from a space of unconditional love. And you need to make them with an open heart. And when I say with unconditional love, you need to have that unconditional love for yourself. That means you love yourself wholly as a complete human being. The good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. It doesn't matter. You love yourself, your strengths and your weaknesses. You love all of you unconditionally. And when you can get there, because listen, there are going to be people say that, oh, in order to do spiritual stuff, you need to unconditionally love yourself. That is one of the main steps I'm going to tell you. And it's hard to do. It's one of the hardest ones that you can come across too, because a lot of us don't even know what unconditional love feels like. We didn't even feel that from our own mothers. There have been conditions to any love that we've received. So we don't know how to unconditionally love because we were never taught how to do that. So then we go looking for answers in other beings, other people, other places, other things. And that's not what we need to do. We need to stop. We need to listen to ourselves. We need to follow our internal guidance. Because if we follow our internal guidance, that's going to lead us to love every time. And I know you've seen my videos. I know you've watched them. I know by now you've seen that the one truth that runs through every religion, every spiritual practice, every connection to God, the one truth that runs through it all is unconditional love. But if you don't know what unconditional love is, it's very hard to start loving yourself that way. Because this is like radical acceptance, radical love. It is a different feeling. It's a different kind of love. It means when you look at the mirror, instead of seeing all your flaws, you see a beautiful human being staring back at you. It is accepting that you are a jealous person and working with that part of yourself. Because you may be a jealous person, but certain things set you off, and there's reasons why you're that way. You are fiercely passionate about the people that you love. So therefore, certain things bring out that jealous nature in you. And that's okay. It's okay. Acknowledge it. Show it some light. Show it some love. And I guarantee you that that quality will start to dissipate as time goes on. And you have choices. You have choices. And I would say your ego death started when you started going out and just walking, and that walking became meditation, and you were talking to spirit, to God, to whatever you call your higher power. And now you're at the phase where you're dancing and you're coming into alignment, and God is literally presenting you with an option. And you're going to know which one it is that you should take, because there's going to be a lot of options presented to you, and you're going to know which one stands above the rest, because you're going to feel it. You're going to know it's going to be that magical alignment with what you believe, how you feel, what is going on in your life, how healed you are. It's going to be an opportunity that will be like nothing else that you have ever witnessed. And it's going to make you want to dance, and you're going to get information based on money. And the pure truth, like I said, the truth, the one truth is unconditional love. Love yourself. Love yourself before you love other people. And listen, I know how hard it is to start loving yourself, because I was programmed to hate myself. I went through life thinking that I was worthless, that I was stupid, that I wasn't worth loving, that anything wrong that happened in my life and the people around me's life was literally destined to be, and that I was destined to be a failure. I did believe that. I did, because I was programmed wrong. I was programmed to believe those things. And it has taken me years of self-searching, self-healing, self-discovery, self-love, unconditional, radical self-love. And years upon years of this before I made it to where I am now, to the point where I started going to college when I was 43, 42, 40. I'm almost done. I'll be done next year. I started going to college in my 40s. I started writing a book this past year. I started advocating for myself and the people around me too. It was so much to the point that I found out that I need brain surgery. That'll be coming up soon. But I did it all from a place of love. And I know that the way that I'm headed, the way that my life is going, in the direction that I am heading, I am going there with love, and I am going there knowing that no one on this earth can take the unconditional love that I feel for myself from me. Because no matter what, I'm going to love myself. And that is where you're getting to. You're getting to the point where you love yourself no matter what. It doesn't matter if you fall, if you fail, if you skin your knee, if you break a leg, or you've failed like 1,000 times, you've lost all your money. It doesn't matter, because you love yourself. Now, you know you've made mistakes. You take accountability for it. You move forward with your life, and you make better choices. But you do this from a state of unconditional love, with an open heart and the knowledge of the past. Your past does not determine your future, but your past helps you design the future that you want to live. See, there are things in my past that I would never do to another human being that have been done to me. I would never do them. But because those things have happened to me in my past, I know that pain. I know that sorrow. I know those horrible emotions. And now my life is getting better and better and better and better. So I've gone from knowing these horrible emotions, being kind of stuck in a downward spiral of hate and discontent for myself and everyone around me, to now I have radical self-acceptance, unconditional self-love. I have integrated the most horrifying events in my life, and I have learned from them. And what you're doing on your path right now is you're learning your lessons and you're being presented with choices. You have gone through your ego death. You have become the witch doctor and you've started healing yourself. So now you're in alignment and you're dancing with joy and purpose, and you're integrating every part of you into a whole human being that does not need another person to complete them or tell them what they need to do. You alone run your life. You alone are the master of your destiny. You alone make the choices that bring you higher and further in your life. And you alone live your life. You know what you've been through. You know how much you've had to heal from. You know the work that you have put in to yourself, to being a good person, to loving yourself, to knowing how fulfilling your life is becoming, or even is. You just have to start reprogramming those negative belief patterns that you have set, that programming that was set since birth that tells you that you're not good enough. You need to start changing that. That thought process isn't going to get you anywhere but stuck. That thought process isn't going to achieve anything for you. And it's very difficult to change our thought process. Trust me, I am actively doing it now. And when you are conscious and you become aware of the way that you thought about yourself and things and people and places around you and how negative that is, and you start catching those negative thoughts before like they get entrenched and you start spiraling. When you start catching those negative thoughts and you're like, oh my gosh, wow. And you start taking accountability and doing like an audit on your life. And you start looking at every area of your life. And here's the thing. Love, unconditional love runs through every single area of your life, from business to health to wealth to romantic love to relationships with your family and friends. Unconditional love can change every aspect of your life. And it can do it like that. You don't have to wait to change your life today. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. You don't have to wait till the time is right. The time is right now. The perfect moment is now. Love yourself now. And trust me, I know, I keep telling you, I know it's hard to start. You want to know why it's so hard to start and it's so hard to take that first step? You want to know why it's so hard? Because you are unlearning and relearning everything you were taught. That is why it's so difficult. It is difficult to take that first step because you are so bogged down by things that do not serve you. You literally have to rip all those things off of you before you can even take the first step towards loving yourself. You have to get rid of all of the things that no longer serve you, the people, the places, the things that do not serve purpose in your life, that are only there to feed toxic energy and toxic emotions. Once you get rid of it, once you free yourself from that baggage, free yourself from the past, free yourself from those emotional ties, your life's possibilities open up in a way that you can't even imagine right now, because I understand where you are. You have to get to the point where you know what unconditional love is. And I would say usually that is the love of a mother for a child. But unconditional love goes even deeper than that. Unconditional love is a love that goes beyond all logic. It goes beyond all possibilities. Because listen, you could have every reason to not do something, but because you have unconditional love in your heart for yourself and other humans, you will go out of your way to help people. You will go out of your way to provide for others, especially if that wasn't done for you. You will go out of your way to protect, to provide for, to honor other human beings, to respect, to lift up, uphold. You're not going to put other people on a pedestal, because honestly, you know that everyone is equal. That every single person on this planet has a job to do. That every single person on this planet has a purpose, a gift, a talent, a destiny that they are here to fulfill. Because that's why we're here. That's why we're on this planet. This planet is a school. It is a learning playground for beings to come and learn who they are after they forget who they were. And learning who you are and unlearning who you aren't is part of the process as a human here. And feeling every single vast array of emotions known to mankind is also part of why we came here. We came here to learn lessons, hard lessons. This is the worst school. Like, this planet is the worst planet to have to learn your lessons on, because you come here and you forget everything. You forget what you came here to learn. So when the tests come, you're like, is it a test? I don't know. What's going on? And you have to take these tests blind, because that's how Earth works. You come here and a veil is put over you as a baby, where you step further and further. The more you learn to talk, the more you learn to communicate with the humans on this planet, the further away you get from knowing. And then all of a sudden you have to come back to knowing, to a place of knowing who you are and loving that person, and knowing that you made mistakes when you didn't realize. When you didn't realize you were programmed to do certain things. When you were unconscious, you made mistakes. You made choices from a lower level of emotions. Like, you made choices from anger. You made choices from a place of pain. And now that you're developing and you're growing and you're consciously aware of this, it hurts. It hurts to know these things. But you know what? You love yourself in spite of the hurt. You love yourself because you hurt. A normal person hurts when they make mistakes and hurt the people that they love. Their heart hurts. It is normal. And these emotions are going to come up to the surface for you. And you're going to be healing. You're going to be feeling. And it's going to be beautifully chaotic. Healing is not linear. Healing is not linear. You cannot heal from something that is happening right now. You can heal from something that happened in the past, but you can't heal from something that's going to happen in your future. And anything that's going on right now in your present, you shouldn't have to heal from. Because you should be building a beautiful life. You should be building a beautiful life that you want to live. You should be building a life that is designed by you, for you, and for your happiness, your peace, and your prosperity and abundance. And that's where you're going. You're building that life right now. You're building it. You are changing your mindset. You are changing the way you see things. You are changing the way you see yourself. And that is hard work. It is hard work and it is beautiful work. It is also some of the most painful work that you will ever do. And if you do not learn how to love yourself unconditionally through it, you're going to make it basically a living hell for you to heal, because you're going to relive the past traumas that you've been through. You're going to have to relive those past traumas that either you've done or that have been done to you, and you're going to relive them over and over and over again, because healing is not linear. And if you go into healing without unconditionally loving yourself, you're not going to be able to heal completely. All right. That being said, if you stayed down for the ride and you caught my vibe and you want to be part of my tribe, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. As always, you guys know I love you, and peace. I'm done.